Okay, this board, cedar board, 8 inches wide, and I think it's 90 inches long, is what I'm going to use to make my boot rack. Now I'm going to cut somewhere on here at 79 inches, and whatever is left over, be about that much is left over, will be my base coming out. Similar to the other, the helmet rack and the saddlebag rack that I did in a previous video. I've checked this end and it's nice and 90. And I'm going to get lazy on this one and I'll probably relieve the edges with my sander and pretty much just do just about that. Now I'm going to square this end up. This is where it was leaning up against my barn, and of course it's going to soak in a little water right there, but I'll square it up like that and then come down here and mark it at 79, and this is 1 inch tall, so it's going to make it 1 inch taller. This is what is going to fit against my French door in my bedroom, and this is going to be my boot holder. Now I'm not going to make shelves. What I'm going to do is drill 2 holes on the outside edge here and put a good size dowel rod. Going to have to be 3/4 inch or bigger, and they'll have to come out maybe 10 inches. And so from the bottom I'll have to kind of get every set of boot that I got and space them, but I got, like I said, 80 inches of room that I could work with. And a tool I dug up is this little drill press. I got this from my dad 30 plus years ago. And what you do is, before drill presses like that ever came in, you had these. And I'm going to take a drill. Where is it? And it's going to fit in there like that. But the reason that I got this is that I'm going to turn this base around, and I could drill the holes straight into that board right there to put my dowel rods into. I needed some sort of way to drill straight, and I got thinking about this, and it hadn't been used in a long time, so I'm going to put it back to use. It's about time it needed it. And see, that will go down. I could turn that around and use this to punch holes to run them dowel rods into. And I did some measuring on it. I could do about 8 at the bottom. Total length to be 80 inches. Now at the top, I'm going to put some sort of hook over that French door. That way it's not going to move around or tip over. Now my second one is going to have to be a total of 55.5 inches tall and 10 inches wide. And it's going to have shelves that I'll put shoes into. And according to I could go 5 or 6 inches, so I'll have to figure out, with a 1 inch thick board, I'll have to do some calculating on that. So that's the other one. We're concentrating on this one right now. And I have a couple of braces. Put them out right there. And put all them up there. Anyhow, let me get to doing some work. Get on to the other video. Okay. You can see how I clamped that down to get my fence on the saw on here to give me a good 90-degree cut. That's 79 inches, and I put the board right there that'll make it 80 inches tall. And I thought I'd have a little bit more for the base, but I got to thinking, really, I don't need that much. Now, I'm going to take my sander and do the edges. I'm not going to worry about sanding this edge because, like I said, I'm going to have a bunch of shoes covering it. I'm going to have the dowel rods come out of here, and that's where I showed you the guys about the old-timey drill press thing. But that's what I'm going to do now, is sand on this, and then I'll do a video, then I'll put that board on here. The top piece, I'll make a piece of aluminum, flat bar aluminum, and I'll make it go over the edge where it'll loop on that French door and kind of hook onto that so it's not going to fall over. And next step on this boot rack, anyhow, let's go on, do some more work. Okay, I have sanded the edges. Sanded a little bit on that edge. This will be the bottom edge. Now, remember, that's going to be a 90 degree and that's going to be a 90 degree, so that's going to make it stand up straight. So that's why I cut that at 79. This is 1 extra inch, and that makes it 80 inches. But I'm going to put this side up. This side, kind of plain, and this one's got some neat grain. I'll go ahead and do the stain on this one side, since the other side probably won't get seen. And I know you're saying that I made a mistake with the clear coat, but the stain kind of brings the color out, and it kind of looked good on them last 2 projects. So I'll do that. The stain is easy to work. You just slap it on and let it dry. That's all you do to it. And so let me put that together, and then I'll do another short video. Okay, I put the bottom piece on. You see I used the deck screws. I went ahead and drilled pilot holes. And you notice that the felt pieces that I put on the bottom of the other ones isn't on there because I ran out. Another reason to go to the hardware store. I went ahead and slapped a light, it's a light neutral style of stain. I like how it brings, on my other ones, it brings the grain out. Now you're seeing it nice and shiny, that's because it's wet. But when it dries, it'll be a satin kind of color, and I'm kind of really getting to like it. I put some corner braces right there. That is really sturdy. I'm going to probably go put this in the other barn to dry with that all them other projects I got going on. And wow, see that little, trying to, I didn't think, that's either something got dropped on there and made them tracks, or I didn't think worms get into cedar. I bet something fell against that. Anyhow, I like how this looks. The problem is it's going to get covered up with them dowel rods and a bunch of, all I'm going to be able to see is the soles of shoes sticking out of here. I'm going to run 2 dowel rods out on each side and slide them shoes over it so the sole will stick down like that. So I'm hoping with that length that I can get all of them on there. The next video that I'll do on this will be of me completing this. I probably need to do one of I'll just take some flat aluminum strap and bend up and over them French doors so it can hang on that. Like I said, I don't want this to fall over or anything, but I'm trying to clean all my boots and stuff off the floor. Try to make it nice and organized and good looking. But I like this contrast to the cedar. Now, when you put poles in the ground, I don't know what it is. The redwood will stay, but this whitewood will just kind of vanish. But this being on the inside and a little bit of stain on it, it should stay good for a long time. But this is going to go up against a door, and like I said, pegs coming out of here, and the sole of the boot will stick down like that. It'll just slide over. The good thing about that is that they get organized and they can dry out and stuff like that. So, did I just hear lightning? Man, we've been having some crap weather lately. Anyhow, that'll be it for now. Next video will be of the dowel rods. Anyhow, see you on the next one. Okay, now we're back onto the shoe rack. And I took 2 dowel rods. Now you're going to make me measure it. I believe that's crud. Seven eighths. Yeah. And I got other dowel rods off over there on the cabinet, and they're already cut. Man alive, I didn't cut them right. Crap. I was measuring these 9 inches because it was 36 inches. And, well, each dowel rod was 36 inches divided by 9. You get 4 cuts out each one. Oh well. But they have a label on them that I had buffed off with my wire wheel grinder. And over here, you can see I rounded the edges off, so that way they're not going to mushroom out when I put them in. But here in a little bit, I'm going to set up this little drill press and put that in there. It'll be pointing out, and turn that base around, and I'm going to use that to drill straight holes. And I'm going to figure out my distance between the 2 holes. There'll be 2 sets of these, on either side. But I got to get that set up. And I was at Wally World, and that's where I found these dowel rods. These are 3/4 inch, because you can see the 7/8 is just a hair bit bigger. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll get 7 more sets out of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 more sets out of that. That's right. Maybe there's another one underneath there. I'll have to look. Anyhow, I got parts in there I got to put up too. But that's how I did these dowels, and I just used that stone right there. It doesn't hurt it. Sure makes a mess behind there, but that's another story. But I just roll them on that and get that edge off. That way, when I go to knock them in that hole, they're going to be not mushrooming out and stuff like that. So I got to figure out where I want to place these holes. I don't want to get too close to the edge in case I don't want it to split off, because there's going to be a line of all the way up there. And then I'm going to get every set of shoe and come up here and set them. That way, I know it sounds like it's going to be custom, and it kind of is, but that's to get these in the right placement, and so they're not piling on top of each other. You know what I mean? I want a little bit of gap between them, and the shoe will face out this way, and they just slide on. These are going to go in like this, And this will get, this will range all them boots and stuff like that. And I got a different style of shoe rack. I know I was showing you guys in the video of the other one I'm going to build, but I've changed the design already. But this is where we start. This will give me 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of shoes. And like I said, I need to set that machine up over there first. And so let me get back to doing something. See you in the next video. Okay. As you can see, I've drawn 2 lines. I set up my equipment over there and I was doing some testing. I'll take you over there in a minute. But what I come up with is using a square. I've got 2 1/4 inches coming in from the side. That'll be the middle where the hole starts, is right there. 2 1/4, 2 1/4. That should leave me 3 1/2 inches between here. I think that'd be 2, 4 1/2. This is an 8-inch board. And what I'll do is whenever I do, wherever I want to put a hole to put a dowel in, what I'm going to do is take this square after I fix it right and put it where it goes all the way across like that. Scribe a line, and there'll be an X right there, and that's where I'll put my holes to put my dowels at. And I'll have to figure something out. Well, like I said earlier, I'm going to take each set of shoes and I'll bring the heaviest ones out first, because these are the biggest dowel rods. The heaviest set, I'm going to do each one, make sure they have just a little bit of clearance, between each set. I'm going to work my way up. And over here, I set up my drill in this. I know this looks like it's 100 years old. I bought it from my dad 30-something years ago. I think right after I got out of high school. And I practiced. I didn't go all the way through, and then I turned around and flipped it. And when I did, I was putting a little guide point into the hole that come out this other side. And these I could feel are not exactly straight. So I'm going to have to keep on drilling and go all the way through to make a straight hole. And I did test fit. I mean, that is tight. That is tight, and it's not even a 1/4 inch in there. But, okay, you can see in that hole, see how that little edge is right there? Pointed out right there. That'll cause a problem for me running these dowel rods in and all. And put that up, get that out of the way. That's in my way. And see, that's the 7/8, and that's 3/4. I was thinking that's a sacrificial board. I was thinking maybe of using this, but I'd have to turn it around on the other side to get this side. See, these I was testing with for 2 inches in, and that gives me 4 inches in between there. So I wanted to bring it in just a little bit more. But, because this is an 8-inch board, and I was practicing. I like how the edges are not flinging out, but that's because I flipped it over. It may fling out some when I just boom, go straight through. But that's how I'm going to get a straight hole. And this thing is real top heavy. When I turned that around, it just wanted to go over. So I may have to use these clamps and do my stuff, but what I need to do is just start going and collecting them shoes and start measuring and putting them holes in there. But this is what the kind of undoes that. And one right here, you undo that and this just whole thing swings around. Well, there's what this is. I didn't see that. But I bet you guys can, you see there's a pipe you could put in there and lock it down with. There's a lot of neat things with this. You could, I bet you can find these in old garage sales and stuff like that, thrift markets and stuff. Just everybody's got you a drill, and it has that little thing, and these screws come up, and I need to tighten that bugger down. And this kind of helps center it, and that does too. See how it locks that back in? And then you can see you even have a depth gauge right there. But like I said, this thing's way old. Here's a guide. You could put a rod down in here like this, 1/4 inch rod, put it in there, lock it in with that screwdriver. It goes, it'll stop you when you drill. You bring this thing down and it would stop it. It needs a little grease on her. Yeah, you can see it's got a gear drive right there. Could use a little grease on her. But that's what I'm going to use. But let me go grab some shoes and start setting this booger up. Catch you on the next video. Okay, you can see how I got the T marked over there, and I have this clamped down. I have a sawhorse here and here, and I'm going to go all the way through. This is my first set of boots. It'll be my winter set, and I should have it where there's about a 1/2 inch of them just staying off the edge there. So let me drill and have a look at this. Let me do a cut through for you. I got it locked down with these clamps, good and tight. And okay, that's how I cut through. You can see I'm kind of centered, and I got my clamps here. So one hand on the trigger, one hand on the drop. So, and it does bust out the backside a little bit. I'll have to use a rasp on that. Dang it, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. But the backside is going to be hidden, so that's going to be okay. But that hole is nice and clean and straight, so it'll be easy to run a peg in there. Or a dowel rod, I mean. Okay, off to the next video. Okay, and to get a look at the backside, you can see how it shot out some of the edges. Now this back side, you can see the stain. I didn't stain it because this is going to be up against the door. And I put this in a little over flush, and I should have done that one. But these are long enough that they extend out. This is at the end of the boot. And I got 1.5 inch clearance. I could have brung it down more. Now what I'm going to do next is take this next boot and come up here and kind of get me a spot with, I don't need that much clearance, and figure out where I need to be, and then I'll mark it and drill them holes. So, and then I'll go get another pair of boots and kind of work my way on up. But looking good so far. Okay, there's the second set. A little bit more got knocked out, but I was kind of wondering if I needed to put some sort of screw. But honestly, they're a tight fit in there, and I don't think I need to do anything. If I had, think about it, I'd put a little glue on there. But second set of boots there. And so what I need to do is go get 2 more pair and drill 2 more holes. I've got 2 more pair of the big ones, and then I'll have to go to the 7/8, and I'll have to remember to get that drill, the bit changed out. And sawdust everywhere, but that's okay. It makes this place smell good. But that is the progress. That's what it's looking like. Off to get more shoes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of shoes can be put on this thing in this little area of space. Now all I'm lacking is I got to glue on the felt pads, and I'm going to cut a piece of aluminum strap and attach this like about a 1 1/4 inch wide. It's going to go over. Let me show you. It'll go over, and I'll bend it back. That way it's latched onto the door, and so this can't fall over. And the little idea of the portable drill stand worked out great. 3/4 and 7/8 is what I used. I would latch it down with these. Worked out really good. I used 2 of this pack of wood dowels. So, and they're hardwood, and they're at Walmart, and they're pretty daggum cheap. But the bottom ones was 7/8. These are 3/4 up through here. Well, here. Last set, 2 sets were 3/4. Let me flip it over. Now those that were blue, I put the peg that side in so they wouldn't show. Now this one went kind of cattywampy on me. And so you can see I put some screws in it to keep it really tight in place. The rest of these, I thought it was strange. This one was loose, and the rest of them were good. You know, tight fit. Up here, I was close to the top, so I put 2 deck screws through the dowel into the body. So, and a washer on that to make sure that this won't blow out. So that piece of strapping is going to go right here and down and turn over. So I'm done for today. I'll glue and felt pads on, and I'll get the strapping tomorrow and install it. But one thing I didn't do is I would have liked to have had this a constant measurement on each one of these, and I didn't. This is long from there on. I tried to put the longest shoes, you know, give them enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes can be right there. So, in that little space. So, that's, I got that part done. Anyhow, I'll do a few more videos, and then we'll be done with this project. See you on the next one. Okay, this is the boot rack, and it's been raining outside, so I don't want to put it in the wet, but this is what it looks like in some decent sunlight. But remember, I was telling you guys I'm going to do a hook at the top. Now this is going to hook over set of French doors at my closet, and I got a 3-inch screw that's going through the top, that's going down into this 1-inch board, and you can see the little kick out I got to kind of hold it in place. So with the top being held and the bottom, and all the weight will be going this direction, I'm suspecting that'll be a good setup, because I've done stuff like this before and it seems to work good. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets, and you see how much room that takes up. And to be honest, that's not all my boots. I still got wet gear stuff that I got out there, but I'm going to clear all this floor space up and put in this little tiny area, you know, go up. It's kind of like using the what they do in big cities. Instead of making it wide, they make it tall. So that's my idea on this. 7/8 dowel, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 3/4, 3/4, and these were all cut at 9 inches, and them are around 9 inches too. That seems to be about the optimum length. So let me go put this in place. I'll do another video, and then I'll do another video. I'll load it up with the boots. So see you in a little bit. Okay. Now you see that little space just right behind, or right beside the dresser. And you can see that's wasted space right there. And I'm going to put all them boots lined up like that. Just like that. And that wasted space will be taken up by that little footprint. And I'll put all them shoes in good order. So let me load that booger up, and we'll do another video. But you see, I don't think it's going to stick too far past the dresser. Okie doke. Let's load that booger up. Okay, that worked out better than I thought. I was able to move it over towards the cabinet a little bit more to get it away from the stuff there, but look how it doesn't take up much room, and all of them are stacked up and organized and out of the way. This would be smart because you could actually rotate boots, you know, rotate your boots out easier. So man, this is a cool idea. I got another shoe rack. Get to put them in, low-rise shoes, and I'm gonna put it against that metal thingy there, and it'll be a neat design. It's in an upcoming video. You notice that a lot of these boots have got an oily look to them. I coat them down with mink oil. I use heat heat gun, and I soak it mink oil into them, and that makes the leather more pliable. They work better, and it gets them to be kind of waterproof. Like this set of boots right here, I got right after high school, so it would be 81, 82, 83, somewhere around there. I got them boots, and I still got them. Still wear them. This set is about to wear out. I'll be getting rid of them and something else. But them top ones were my driving boots, and I need to get better shoelaces for them. But you see how little space it takes up and how it hides and gets out of the way. And this worked out better than I thought it would. So, and I still got access to my closet and get to my shirts and everything. So, guys, this is a great idea. This will be my final video on this one. And this worked out really, really good. So, I like how this turned out. So, you guys build you something like this. This is really smart stuff, you know. And follow, like and follow my stuff. I need all the help I can get. I finally got my 1,000 subscriber after 10 years. So I need to get further. Anyhow, you guys, I got more videos coming. And stay tuned and look at my other ones. And we'll see you on the next video.